Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video I thought I would do an updated bag collection video because it's been about a year since I filmed my last one and things have changed within the collection. So I thought it would be cool to show you what's in this capsule, tell you a little bit about what I got rid of from last year's video, what I've introduced, because you wouldn't have seen all the bags that I've got because I haven't unboxed them or done videos on them on YouTube, so you wouldn't have seen all of them. So yeah, I thought it would be kind of nice to let you know what's in my current capsule. So if that's something you're interested in, please do stick around. Do thumbs up the video if you like it at the end, and also do subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to crack on with the first bag. Okay, so in my current collection I have got 9 bags, and I think in my last video I had 6, so I have purchased 3 more than I had before, and yeah, you'll see what's changed as we go along. So let's start with bags that aren't designer, that are more high street bags. So my first bag is this Urban Outfitters tote bag. So you can see it's a very thin buttery soft leather, and it's got a bunch of stuff in it. So this is my day-to-day kind of run around bag. It's the bag that I wear to go to the shops, so you know, just to go to the supermarket, pop out to the post office, nursery run. I just grab this bag, jump in the car, and I'm good to go. So it's just got, you know, stuff like my house keys currently in it. I've got my purse in there. I've got my umbrella, all that kind of thing. So you can get the gist of what kind of bag this is and how functional it is for that kind of thing. As I said, it's leather, really buttery soft, very thin, which is exactly what I wanted. It's got nice long straps. So that's a pet peeve of mine, when tote bags don't have long enough straps. So it's got nice long straps on it, and it's just a really easy versatile bag. I think it's got no pockets on the inside either. Yeah, it's literally just like unlined on the inside, no pockets, so it's a serious just chuck everything in type of bag. So that is my day-to-day run around bag. I got this from Urban Outfitters. I believe it was around £49 when I got it earlier this year, and it's been really handy as just my day-to-day tote. Then tote bag number 2 is my Everlane tote. So this was I believe in the collection last year, so I've had this for just over a year, or over a year now. It's the Everlane Day Market tote, and it's the original version, because now they've got a smaller version that's a bit more square, which actually I think I might prefer. I feel like this is a little bit big, and I probably would have preferred a smaller version if they had it at the time, but I still do get some wear out of this bag, not as much as I thought I would. It was replacing an old tan bag that was much more similar in style to the Urban Outfitters one I just showed you, so very a lot less structured, and I was trying to replace that with this. This is a lot more structured, and I don't know, I have a love-hate relationship with it. I don't hate it, but I think it's not exactly what I'm looking for in a tote, and I've actually seen a couple of bags on the Everlane website that I probably prefer to take the place of this tan one, because I do think it's just a bit too structured for me, but anyway, I do get wear out of it. So I've had this for over a year. It wears well. There's not too much scratching or marking on it, even though I don't sort of look after it, you know, like a baby, like some of my other designer bags. It goes through some wear and tear, and it's held up pretty well. On the inside there just is that one pocket there, and then you've got the larger space on the inside, so it's a big bag. So if you're somebody who does carry around a lot of stuff, if you want to carry a laptop or something like that, this is a good bag for that. It's durable, it's made of good leather, it holds up well. So yeah, I definitely would recommend the bag if that's the kind of thing you're looking for, but for me, I probably would have preferred something a little bit smaller and slightly less structured. So in fact, they do have another version of this bag that's in a pebbled leather, I think, that's a little bit more flexible, so that's another option to look at if you're looking for this type of bag. 2 more expensive bags then. So the next one will come as no surprise to you. I've talked about this bag pretty much all the time in my videos. It's probably my favourite, I think, bag of the lot. It's probably my most used bag at the moment. It's my APC Crossbody. We know all about this bag. I've talked about this bag a lot. I've got so much use out of it. I've had it for about 2 years now, I think. And again, it's one that I use all the time. So it's also got some stuff in it because I just throw things in between my Urban Outfitters tote and this bag, depending on if I want to wear a crossbody. A great day-to-day bag for me. It was a really, really good buy. It was about £300, I think. And I will also link everything I show you down below if I can still find it, if they're still available, so you can see the true prices for now. But yeah, it was a great buy. I think I would like to buy another APC bag in another style, in a different colour. If I'm going to go for a coloured bag, I probably would go for an APC because they've got some really nice tasteful colours, and then the price point's not too crazy for a coloured bag. So yeah, this is a definite recommend. I got this in the smooth leather. I think they've got some other types of leather on the website, and a lot of people ask me which one did I get. So I got the smooth leather, but it's not the shiny, so it's not the patent or anything like that. It's just the smooth black leather. Yeah, really happy with it. Did I get extra holes punched into it? I did. So it came with 5 holes punched, and I got an extra 2 just because I am 5'8", so I tend to get extra holes punched in all of my crossbody bags just so that they can hang a little bit nicer. But I love this bag. It is something I'd recommend if you're looking into getting it, or you're delving into the world of designer bags and you know you don't want to spend a whole lot on a bag. Definitely start with APC, have a check out of their designs. I think they've got some great bits, and this is definitely one of my, if not my most used bag in my collection. Okay, so I was going to go in terms of brand. I think I'm going to stick with style, so we'll stay with the crossbody bags, and the next one is my Selene Trio. So you just seen this bag because I have a review video on this bag, which I'll link for you guys. I've also got a video of the APC bag as well if you just want a bit more in-depth analysis on any of these bags. I'll link them either up in the cards or down below for you to check out. This Selene bag was in the collection last year, as was the Everlane bag, as was the APC bag. So these are the 3 that have stayed. I love this bag. It's a lovely design. I think it's something that I would consider pretty timeless. I had my eye on it for a long time, and I think again it's quite a good one if you're trying to get into the luxury bag market and you're looking for an entry type of price point, which is still expensive. I think this was $8.20 or something. This is the Selene Trio large. So for an, you know, saying entry price point sounds ridiculous because that's expensive, but compared to some of the other Selene bags and the dream of mine, which is the box bag in medium or large, is like upwards of £2,000. So for $8.90 or $8.20 even, this is an entry price point into the brand. What would I say about it? I'd say that it is a delicate bag because it's a smooth lambskin, and it will also give a bit of a sheen after you've used it for a while, which I don't mind at all. It's just sort of adds a little bit more character to the bag. Yeah, it's something that I would say I wouldn't use as a day-to-day bag just because I carry quite a lot of things. Some things quite heavy, quite bulky, like hairbrushes and umbrellas and things like that. And if you can see from the APC bag, because it's more structured, it doesn't show indentation. Whereas if I was to carry most of the things that I would do on a day-to-day basis in this bag, it would start to get dented and battered a lot quicker. I carry anything heavy, anything like my house keys or anything a bit heavy in the back pouch and the middle pouch, just so that the front pouch tries to stay a bit more pristine as possible. If you're not aware, this bag does unpop, so you can take off the front pouch and the middle pouch if you like, but you can take the front pouch off and use it as a clutch, which I do for my special occasions. So I don't have a special occasion bag, I just unclip this pouch and use that, and that's fine for me. I didn't get any holes punched in this bag. I think it's fine, its length as crossbody for me. I would prefer it to have a slightly thicker strap because I do feel that it's quite thin and quite delicate. But that said, really happy with this bag. It's stayed in my collection and it will continue staying in my collection because it's multi-use, it's versatile, and I can see myself just using this as it's pretty classic for many years to come. Another crossbody that I've not actually shown you on the channel before is my Saint Laurent Betty bag. Now, I got this last year, so we're in 2019 now. I got it in 2018 on Black Friday, and I'm just I really love it. I don't use it so much because I really do like it and I don't want it to get damaged. So again, it's like a smooth leather on the front, and it's got this antique brass-ish type of hardware, which I really like. I got some extra holes punched in the sides of the straps, just because, again, I like my crossbodies to hang a little bit lower for my height. This bag was a bit of an impulse purchase in the sense that I hadn't really had my eye on it, but on Black Friday I had a look at the bags and then I saw this and it had a pretty good discount on it, and it was very much my style. I thought it would be a nice sort of fill-in for the Selene box bag, which I probably never will be able to afford. So I thought this is a real nice alternative to that bag. I got this for about 1,000 and something, 1,100 or something like that, around that mark. So it's just got the Saint Laurent branding on the inside. You've got a pocket here, you've got a pocket here, and then the pocket at the back as well. Sorry, I'm not showing you that very well. Let me see if I can do a bit better. There we go, the pocket on the inside, and then another pocket there where I just keep all the authenticity cards and stuff in the back there. It's pretty simple. It's very much, you know, my deal, my aesthetic. Very minimal branding, you know, my whole vibe. We've been there many times before with bags, and I just think it's a lovely addition to my collection. Slightly different in shape. It's more of like a satchel shape than my APC Half Moon or the Selene Trio, so that's a slight point of difference, but still quite structured as well, which I really like. So yeah, as I said, I hadn't showed you this one before because I haven't unboxed all my bags on the channel, but this is one of my newer additions to the collection, but I think still pretty classic. Okay, so another crossbody bag that you wouldn't have seen before, but you'll be very aware of, is the Gabriel bucket bag. So this is the mini bag, and you'll be aware of these. I'm very sure they've been around for a very long time. Probably less popular now than they were when they first came out, which is cool with me because I've always liked the design, and I'm not really one to just get a bag because it's popular. And I'm really happy I waited because I always wanted the big bucket, but actually I love this mini size for me. So I did a lot of research when deciding to buy this bag, because there are 3 different sizes. There's the mini, there's the mini bag, and then there's the normal size bag. And I always thought I wanted the big bucket bag, but actually now, as my lifestyle's changed and my style's changed, I'm not one for carrying huge bags all the time. So I thought that the mini bag would be good, but then I did a lot of YouTube watching on comparisons between the different sizes, and finally I went for this one. And I was worried because I have got a 5'8" frame, and you know, I'm not a small petite girl, so I thought that the smallest version might be a little small on my frame and just look really silly. But I'm really glad that I did get this size because it's just perfect. And I was waiting and looking around for the, I think it's called, I can't remember what colour this is called on the inside. I'll put it on the screen for you, but it's this blush pink inside, which is what I really wanted. I didn't want the red inside, I wanted the black version with the blush pink inside, which I have. So yes, as I said, it's the mini. It's in the smooth leather because, again, you can get, I think, grained leather on this. You can get, I think it's called Saffiano. You can get like a different textured leather, but I wanted it to be smooth. I'm not a super fan of that kind of leather, so I wanted it to be the smooth leather in the mini style with the blush pink. Hence it took a little bit of time to find it, but I did. I think I bought this from Farfetch, but again, I will link it below for you. They didn't have it on the actual Monsieur Gabriel website, so in that colourway. So I think I got it from Farfetch, and it was about 350 or something like that pounds. It has quite a lot of holes, which is good, but me being tall, I put it on the last one, and just love to wear it as like a little crossbody. And then you've got the little tie detail here, which I do agree with some people, it's quite stiff to tie, so it can be a bit of a faff, I would say, to try and get this to be tied into a bow, but I don't really bother with that. I kind of just stretch it like as far as I can and just kind of do something jammy and just sort of leave it. I'm not fussed that it's not into a bow. I don't have time for that. But yeah, it is kind of annoying that you can't easily tie it into a nice pristine bow that you would like to. And of course there's no sort of anything here to keep the bag closed. So for safety, I always put like a scarf or something on the top so no one can be sort of dipping into my bag. But yeah, this is something I've wanted for a very, very long time. So I'm glad I do have it. And that is, again, quite a classic bag. Again, it's in black, but you know, for me, a lot of my clothing and the way that I dress, black just suits my style and my wardrobe so much more. So I'm not really somebody to get any other colour bags at the moment. So apologies that it's another black bag, but this is a really cute addition. So if you were around my frame, around my height, and you're thinking of getting a Mansour bag and you weren't sure about the mini, it's still pretty spacious inside and it works pretty well for my frame. Okay, so only 3 bags left. I won't talk too much about this bag because I have a video on it where I talk to you about where I got it from. I got it from Bicester Village, which is an outlet in the UK, and I talk a bit more about the bag and go into a bit more detail. So if you want to check that out, I will link that up in the cards for you to have a look at. But this is the most recent bag in my collection. I'm super happy with it. I just think it adds a bit of a point of difference from what you've seen and also what you're going to see. It's a little bit more ladylike, but also has a little bit of a vintage feel, which I really like. And yeah, I think it's just a good addition to my collection. It's the only Gucci bag in my collection as well. I am a big fan of Gucci loafers, but I don't have any other Gucci items like accessories. So this is the first item I have in terms of the accessories, but I'm really happy with it. This bag comes in different sizes. So it comes in a smaller crossbody version that doesn't have the top handle way of carrying it. So it literally just is like that on the top, and it's smaller and it's got the crossbody strap. And then you've got this size, which is the medium, and then you've got the larger size, which is more like a weekend bagish type thing. But I think this is the perfect size for day-to-day for me. It currently sells for about £1,700. I got this at a really, really good price at the outlet, so I was really happy with the discount, and it's a great collection addition to my collection. I think it adds a point of difference to all the other bags I've got, even though it's black, and it does have the blush pink on the inside, so again it's sort of following the same trend as the Mansour bag. So yeah, really happy with this one. This is the newest one in the collection. And there are 2 more bags. They're both black and they're larger bags, so they are able to carry a little bit more. This one, again, I have a video on I've recently done, so I won't go into too much detail about it. If you want to check that out, you can. This is the only pre-loved bag that I've got, and it's my Selene Cabas bag. So this looks like this. I've just got my stuffing on the inside. It looks like this, and it's in sort of the more pebbled leather, so it's a little bit more hard wearing. The difference between this and the other ones that I've got is all the other ones I believe have gold hardware and this has silver hardware. So I would have preferred this in the gold hardware, but I don't think it came in the gold hardware, and I love this bag so much and wanted it for such a long time that I found it on eBay and saw it in the silver hardware and just, you know, was like, I need to get this. And I do have a silver watch. I do have a couple of pieces of silver jewelry, so you know, it's not a problem. Plus I mix and match my metals all the time, so it's not a huge issue. As I said, I got this on eBay. It's my only pre-loved bag that I have. In the video I talk about sort of tips for pre-loved bag buying, etc., so I won't go into that now, but I got this at a really good discount as well. It's the old Selene style, so it's not the new Selene, so it has the little accent on the E, which is what I was looking for. And yeah, as I said, it's a bag that I'd had on my wish list for ages, so a really great addition to my collection. Again, it's a nice day-to-day size, so I can carry a good few bits in there, but not, you know, like it's not a weekend type of travel bag or anything, but I can still fit, you know, umbrella, water, purse, keys, a few bits and pieces like that, which is good. Again, I do wish the strap was a little bit thicker. This is a very similar strap to the Selene Trio. I kind of wish, with the kind of things I could carry in here and the weight that I could have in this bag, would kind of prefer that the strap to be a little bit thicker, a little bit more reinforced. But other than that, really happy with it. Makes a great day-to-day bag. Again, very classic, black, shouldn't date, and because it is in the old Selene style, if I ever was to resell it, though I don't think I will because I've been chasing this for years, I think I should make a decent, you know, return on the bag. So yeah, very happy with this. This is the second Selene entry in my collection. Hopefully there will be one more in the future, and that will be the box one day, fingers crossed. And finally, I've got another day-to-day tote here. So quite similar to the Everlane bag, except this is a little less structured, and this is black. And this is my Saint Laurent tote bag. So this is a really good work bag. If you're looking for a designer work bag, I would definitely recommend this. So again, I keep all the stuffing in my bags. I keep them in the dust bags just to try and keep them as pristine as possible. Really nice size. So it's a little bit more, it's more supple, it's more flexible than the Everlane bag. So you can see why I'm not 100% sold on the Everlane, just because it is a little bit too rigid. I like the fact that this is biggish, but it's a little bit more supple. I like that. This is a great bag for the weekend. So when I went to Bicester Village, I did take this bag as just my overnight hotel bag. I could fit everything I needed in here, didn't overpack. Could fit a little bit of makeup in here, my night clothes. I could even fit my breast pump in here. TMI, I know, but I'm a mum of a 15-year-old. 15? That would be weird. Take two. I'm a mum of a 15-month-old and I'm still breastfeeding. So when I'm away from him, I do need to pump, and I could fit my breast pump in here, the bottles, my overnight stuff, and it was just perfect. So it does look like a smallish bag, but it fits everything you need in there. It has got this little thing at the front as well that you can take out and kind of show the, it's like a little tab that you can show the YSL logo, if you like, on. But you know, sometimes I do it, but I'm not really a super brandy type person, so I prefer it just to be like that. And then you can see the Saint Laurent branding on the front here. Again, this is not one that you'd have seen before because I haven't unboxed this on the channel. I just bought it and used it, but it's a really great day-to-day bag, and it's a great work handbag, and I believe it's around £650. So again, it is you know, expensive work bag and expensive day-to-day bag, but on the designer spectrum side of things, it is an entry price point bag that I think is classic and will be a good starting point if you're looking for a versatile everyday designer type bag. This is a good one to have. They are all the 9 bags I have currently in my collection. Yeah, so it's 3 more than last time. So what has gone from my collection that you saw last year if you followed that video? So I had a COS tote, and I tried to fall in love with it and tried to use it, but it was in a pebbled leather. It was quite heavy, and I just couldn't. I prefer my bags to be like this Saint Laurent tote, so kind of lighter in leather, a little bit more supple. That was just not working for me, so I ended up selling that on Depop. What else? I had a Mulberry 10B bag, which I've got a video on, which I will link up here for you guys as well. And I got rid of that one and sold that on eBay pretty much for as much as I bought it for, which was really interesting. But I got that because I got rid of that bag. I sold that because as much as I love the clay colour that Mulberry do, and that clay is just perfect for my wardrobe, it was a style of bag that it was a bit too chunky, a bit too thick, and I think the problem with that purchase was it was an impulse purchase. It was one of the first delvings into designer that I had done. It was, I think, around a Black Friday or just a sale type period, and I had the money and I just thought, oh, I can get a bag, and I just ended up impulse buying it because it had a good discount on it, about £300 off. It was in a colour I liked, and I thought, yeah, let me just get it. But actually, I hadn't been in the market for a Mulberry bag. I hadn't been in the market for that bag. And so as much as I wanted to love it, and I used it a few times, I took it on holiday, I just didn't love it as much. It was one of the bags that I looked at in the collection and kind of always stood out as one that I would probably part with first. So I'd definitely say if you're buying anything really, not just designer bags, but particularly when you're spending a lot of money on anything, just definitely think about it first, research it first, put it on your Pinterest I would like board, which is what I do now. I put things on my Pinterest board that I think I would like, and then I can revisit it and see if I really, really do want them. So that was an impulse buy. It didn't quite work out, but luckily I made my money back on that bag. What else was in the collection? Oh yeah, my Whistles backpack. So I had a Whistles backpack in the collection last year. That's not here now. They're the 3 bags that were in the video last year, and I moved on with that because as much as I loved that bag, and I've loved that bag for so many years and had wanted it for so many years, I found that it was a bit small for travel. So now that we have a baby, I tend to use a bigger bag for my hand luggage when I travel, and I use a proper rucksack. It's my husband's, I think it's Sanquist is the brand. I use a proper backpack when I travel, or I use our Longchamp change bag. I needed a bigger bag, and I found that the Whistles bag wasn't quite big enough for what I needed when I was traveling, and I didn't use it as a backpack on a day-to-day. It was tended to be now solely my travel bag, so that was something that I was happy to part with, and again I sold that on Depop and got a good price for that. So there were 3 bags that you would have seen last year if you followed my collection that aren't here now, but I think I'm really happy with the bags I have now, although they are all black. I think I've mentioned to you before, I am looking for an oxblood bag because I love the colour, and I think it would work very well for my wardrobe. But I am waiting to see which brand I would like to get that bag in. A lot of you have mentioned, I can't remember the brand, but the name of the bag is Numero Uno. I will link that for you guys, and I still do really like that bag, so that's definitely an option. Another option is the Mulberry Lily in the Oxblood. Again, I'll show you a picture of that. So there are a couple of options in terms of Oxblood colour bags for myself. That's it for bags. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Do let me know your favourite bags, and if you have any questions for me on any of the ones you've seen, I'll be happy to answer them in the comments below. So do leave me any questions you have, and I'll catch up with you very soon in my next video.